Moving along here pretty nice with the Z400. As you can see, I've got the engine in the frame. The colors are looking pretty sweet, dude. So I've basically started up the finale this week. It's going to be, I'm doing it a little bit differently this time. So I did my scene out on the driveway, got all the parts out and stuff. I was able to get that in just before it started raining at the end of last week. And as you can see, you know, we're moving along pretty nicely. This time around, I don't think I'm going to do an all-encompassing video in one shot, because it sometimes takes like 2 weeks to do those. It depends, sometimes even longer. It depends if I have issues with the actual build itself. But building the machine, doing all the electrical wiring and troubleshooting everything, making sure that it's ready to go and that it can actually run and drive, it can be a lot of work, especially with the filming aspect of what I do. So instead of taking so much time to get that one episode out, I know you guys have been asking for more content, so I think I'm gonna break it up, finish working this week. I've still got a couple more days that I can work, and then post a video of the progress that I've made. And I'll just keep making videos progressively until the series is done. Hopefully it'll only be 2 videos instead of just, you know, the 1 video, and it can come out soon. And then after the series is all done, after we take it, you know, go riding at the sand pit and everything, I'll do my finale video of the start, you know, when I got it, you know, when it was in terrible condition, all the way to finish when it's in its you know, final form. I think you guys really seem to enjoy those, and if I can make it in a way that I can consistently put out more content. I'm aware that people have been wanting more content, and it's kind of like a me issue. It's like, comes down to a couple things. You know, one, the type of content that I do, it just takes a lot of time. It's a lot of like manual labor and research. You know, it's not just the actual work. I do a lot of reading service manuals and making sure I'm doing things right, because people watch my videos and then they try to replicate what I do. A lot of people see this as a almost like a learning channel. So I try to really do, you know, cross all my T's and dot my I's and make sure that the work that I'm doing is the right way. Sometimes I don't always do stuff the right way. But for that reason, it just takes a really long time, and you know, I edit all my videos myself, and I'm also just a very slow-moving person. Like, there's no doubt, and I'm very aware of this. It's something that I try to fix moving forward, is that I'm very meticulous, and I do things in a very, very slow fashion. I really do. I seriously take my sweet ass time, and it actually frustrates me quite a bit. But sometimes you can't do things quickly. If you want to do things at like a really high level, you've got to be really meticulous and stuff. So I'm trying to alleviate that and bring you guys some more content. These little update videos on my extra channel are another one of those things that I've been doing. So please leave feedback in the comment section. Let me know, guys, if these videos are appreciated or if they're a waste of time, and what the deal is. I do skim through the comments frequently. I can't respond to all of them. Between this channel, my main channel, Instagram, I just get way too many questions and comments to answer them all, but I do skim through them and I try to read them all. So I do read the comments even if I'm not responding. So just keep that in mind, guys. I always appreciate your feedback. Let's take a closer look at this. You can see that titanium blue that I was worried about. I think it offsets the blue of the frame really nice. I don't think it would look good if it was the same color. I'm really big with contrast and being able to see some separation between components, and the flat and more of a darker blue, I think that looks really good. I'm very, very happy with the way that this turned out. The engine actually went in like fairly easy. You know, sometimes I think it could be because, you know, every project that you do, you should be better the next time around, and maybe that's the case, or, you know, maybe this was just an easy one. I don't know, but the engine looks really good in there. I got the swing arm in there. We're moving along nicely. I plan to do this build a little bit differently. You know, I would probably go into the A-arms and, you know, trying to kind of make this thing a roller at this point, but I think what I'm going to do is get the wire harness on there, fill it with oil. I've already got the oil tank in there, and I ran the oil lines. I think instead of getting the whole machine as a roller and then trying to start it, I'm actually going to get the wire harness on there and try to start it in the frame and get a first start early on in the little build series. I think that might be kind of cool. And plus, you know, that there could be an issue that, you know, addressing it earlier on, it'll be better to do that now than it would be later. So speaking of this oil tank, we've got these oil lines, and I noticed there's 3 little oil pipes that I need, and I only had 2 of them. So giving a shout out here to Power Sports Nation. I literally messaged them yesterday and told them that I needed one of these. They had one in stock, and they overnighted it, and it was here this morning. So it was like not even 12 hours after the phone call. It's just awesome working with companies like Power Sports Nation for that reason. The fact that they can hook stuff up that quickly, it just makes a really big difference. I'll show you guys what was in there. Oh, here it is. This is, I kind of have like, this is a reason why I don't throw out anything during a build, because sometimes you have to go back and look at things, or if you lost something, or you might have to refinish something. You never toss out anything until the project is completely over. But here's the piece don't know if you guys will be able to see this. This is what was in the oil line. And you can see, I was looking at this and I was like, what the hell does this even go to? I was looking in the service manual and stuff. I couldn't find any piece like this. And it was in place of the oil line that's actually supposed to go in there, oil pipe, I guess you'd call it. It's like a cylinder dowel, basically. But this one is much thicker. And actually, it gives structure to that pipe. This one, I mean, literally, you could crush this. I'm not going to crush it because who the hell knows? Maybe I'm wrong and this didn't come out of there and I will need this. But I don't think that I need this. I'm almost positive that's what I pulled out of the oil line originally. And this is what I needed. We can real quick pop this in place. I just kind of put this in here because, you know, I'm doing the video series and things need to move along. So I've already got a fresh O-ring in there and I lubed it up. The pipe goes right in there. And you can see it makes this line up perfectly, just like a cylinder dowel would. And then I'll put my bolt back in here. Got some anti-seize on that as well. Thread this in place and torque that. So now that's actually good to go. So now we're good there, and basically I'll be moving into the radiator. I've got the radiator all set out. I'm trying to keep things super organized again. Not really utilizing these trays, they're just kind of there, but they do help out a lot. I've got the fan that's gonna be going on there, the hardware for the fan, got our coolant reservoir and our steering stem, kind of just populating everything in this front area because it gets really congested. And I remember pulling stuff apart, I was like, man, I better make sure I put all this stuff back together the right way, or you wind up putting something together and then you can't get like the radiator in there or something. You got to take stuff apart, trying to make sure that doesn't happen. I've got the front brake lines here, the brake pipe that goes up to the front master cylinder. I want to get all that stuff in there because, again, that all kind of like fishes in and out of the frame and the radiator and the oil tank up there. I just want to make sure that that's all in there. We've got the OG exhaust, man, all cleaned up, ready to go. Brand new OEM header pipe, brand new guard on there, pretty awesome. It's going to look really, really good. Plastics over there. We've got a little lithium ion battery. Decided to give a little bit of an upgrade. This thing is like a toy. It's crazy how lightweight those things are. Saved a little bit of weight there for the special edition. It is looking good, man. So that's what's going on with the Z400. Video should be out on that pretty soon. KX, I have officially reached the 10-hour mark. It is 10.4 hours, it says on there. That is official seat time, man. And I am loving every freaking second of this bike. I'm really enjoying riding it now that I'm actually building some skill. I can see why people love dirt bikes. I've always loved dirt bikes, and it's just great to finally have one. And then, of course, got to give some quad love, man. We've got the Voodoo Banshee pulled up. I'm going to be taking this out later this week and going for a rip with a buddy of mine. I'm trying to get this thing to focus, man. All that light outside is kind of washing out the Banshee, but it's been in storage. It's time to take her out for a good rip. Got some nice lightweight aluminum ramps. Those are awesome. My old ramps are cool too, but they weighed legit 70 pounds. So I sold them, and the new ones, they're 10 pounds each, which just makes it so much nicer for loading and unloading. But there's the bikes, and yeah, man, life is good. So that's about it, guys. Just a small update for what's going on in the shop this week. If you haven't, check out on my Instagram. I just made a post on shop houses. So I'm really leaning towards building one of the, that's like a house that's attached to a garage. They call it a shouse or a barn dominium. They call them also shop house. If anybody knows a good contractor that builds one of those, or they have a good experience and a recommendation, let me know. My email is michaelsabo350@gmail.com. If you've used one, a contractor, and it was a great experience, because I've heard nightmare experiences too, just with having anything built. If you have a bad contractor, I know it can be bad. This is a first go for me, so I'm trying to just miss those pitfalls. So if you do have an experience, or if you're a contractor yourself, any information, looking at either getting land in probably southeast PA or more likely southern Jersey, because it's a little bit warmer down there. It's close to the beach. That's really important for me. And it's also close to family staying in this area. And there's a lot of riding in that area. A lot of people say there's no riding in Jersey. There's some great spots out there. And I've found a couple houses too that I look in the Google Earth, and like right in the backyard, there's riding pits. So that's a big thing for me. So once again, it's michaelsabo350@gmail.com. Just trying to move forward, get quotes and see about what it's going to cost to build a house like that. And I'm on the search, man. I'm on the search for property. So I'll see you guys. Don't forget to check out the main channel. It's just Michael Sabo. And yeah, that's it, guys. Peace out.